Ever wondered why some people are so confident and they have this aura about them, and you're wanting that in your life, but sometimes it's hard to achieve what it is that you want because you're so busy trying to sort of placate or be someone you don't want to be. You're trying to placate to other people. Well, if that's you at all, my name's Aaron. I'm a coach for overthinkers, people pleasers, people who are perfectionists, and people who struggle with self-sabotage. So I have a thesis that I think is going to be fascinating to you, and here it is, and I'm going to drop it. And this is going to be a little bit longer of a video, so if you want to 2x speed or save for later, go ahead and do that now. But this video, we're going to be talking about the thesis that confidence is simply the printout of winning. Okay, so what does that mean? So when you're winning and you feel like you're growing and expanding and like things are going your way, that builds this level of confidence and degree. Like, fight me in the comments if you disagree, but I've been studying this for long enough that I can recognize that, and I found that people in my community experience that also. So when we look at confidence as the printout of winning, there's 4 ingredients that you really want to understand to start to build this winning personality, to build these neural networks in your brain, to literally change the way you think, change the way you feel, and rewire your brain for success. So the first one is to recognize, how do I decide what I want, who I want to become? Where am I going? What's the star I'm looking to hit, right? And what's going to get me there? So that's the first thing, and that's the hardest part to do, is to literally decide, who do I want to be and what's gonna actually get me there, okay? And to decide on it, to commit, I will resolve this no matter what. That is the number 1 ingredient, and it's the hardest one. Once you can do that, you can start to actually go out and make the cost of action way lower. Before that, actually, I should mention, you should be able to learn how to let your wins land, because if you can't let your wins land and you just say, oh, well, I don't want to be too cocky, or I want to stay humble, trust me, if you're not letting your wins land in your nervous system, your body's not registering those wins as that they even happened. And so it feels like you're constantly on the defensive, losing all the time, all these things. It's so vitally important to let your wins land in your nervous system. I have a whole thing to actually achieve that, and I won't go deep into that right now. But when you can begin to let your wins land in your nervous system, relax, feel it, recognize it's happening, instead of just simply glossing past them and saying, oh, well, that was a fluke, or like, I'm always losing and I never win. The truth of the matter is, you do win. You might win smaller than other people, but you have to create your own scoreboard. Okay, so the third ingredient of how to actually start to install this winner's identity, right, is to make the cost of action way lower. Okay, so like, you have to trick your own brain, I found. You have to trick your own brain that it's actually easier to do things than it is to just think about doing things and stay in the overthinker self-sabotage cycle. And so those are some of the hardest things to begin with. But if you can get those down, number 4 ingredient is to simply stack those wins consistently. Stack the little wins on a consistent basis, and you're gonna let the law of compounding take over. The 8th wonder of the world, Albert Einstein, said the law of compounding is going to be the thing that's going to really make the difference for you. So when you can do those things on a consistent basis, and those are the ingredients to winning, my thesis is that you will begin to install the new identity. When you show up consistently, let those wins land, know what you want, and go for it every single day, all you have to do is make the cost of action lower, right? So I have a little tool for you that I encourage you to try. Permit me to explain that one of the biggest things that's holding you back is that you don't believe that you have authority over your own life, okay? You don't believe that your life is really yours. You think that everybody else is in control of your life. It's hard for you to make decisions for yourself. It's hard for you to actually follow through, give yourself a command and then follow it. because you don't believe you're the authority or the author of your own experience. So when you can do this, you begin to experience yourself as the authority in your own life. That's when things begin to expand, because you gain this internal locus of control, you gain this autonomy. The thing is, it doesn't have to be a perfect action. The action in and of itself is the win, okay? Showing up is the win. This is how we begin to install the winner's identity. Not from visualization or meditation or chanting, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Chanting affirmations, I guess, or chanting, it's like when you're in meditation. Like, I can't think of the word. When you can begin to author your own life and script your own life and actually become the person that you want to become, that's when everything changes. And so the little tool I want to share with you is a very simple one, but it's very effective. It's the permission tool. It's to give yourself, your own self, permission over your own life, which implies that you are the central authority of your own life. When I say I give myself permission to make mistakes, what does that imply? It implies I am the authority. I am the divine authority over my own life, because I'm giving myself permission to make mistakes, to fail. I'm even giving myself permission to succeed. I give myself permission to fuck it up totally. I give myself permission to try my best, right? A lot of times I won't try my best because that means I don't want to mess it up. And trying my best feels like kind of hard, because then what if it doesn't succeed even if I did try my best? At least if I sort of gave it a half effort and it didn't work, then I can just blame it on my self-sabotage. Keeps me safe. So these are such valuable ideas that it took me this is my 8th year studying this stuff, and it's taken me quite a while to actually begin to layer these wins in my own life, and now I want to pass them on to you. So let me know what you thought was the best idea out of the winning ideas we talked about today, and drop it in the comments and ask me what you're struggling with, and I will answer you within the week, and I will give you an answer. And let me know what you're struggling with. As always, my new thing is to stay positive, stay motivated, and remember, the time is now.